How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Flicks and Pixels. I am Dave, and thank you so much for checking out today's video. Right, so today's video is a little bit of a different one to what I usually do, and I decided to do my top 5 Christmas films. It is the festive season, so Merry Christmas to you all that are watching right now. And this list was so hard to do. It really was. There's so many films that I could have put in this top 5, and some of them very nearly made the cut. But this list of 5 films, my top 5, are in the top 5 for multiple different reasons, and we'll go through those with each film. But there are some honourable mentions. You know, the Scrooged. I absolutely love Scrooged, and that very nearly made it to my number 5. Yeah, I absolutely love that. It's a great film, it's a great Christmas film, and very, very nearly made the list. The other one is Illumination's The Grinch, which my youngest lad, it's his favourite film of all time. That very nearly made the list for that reason alone. He just absolutely adores that film. So much so that sometimes we watch it outside of Christmas because he loves it so much. Trading Places, if you could class that as a Christmas film, I suppose you could. Trading Places nearly made this top 5. And even though it's not a Christmas film, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, that is one that we love to watch at Christmas time. But it is a film that obviously you can watch any time of the year. But for some reason, that film around Christmas time, it just goes really well. So as I say, there are so many that could have made it onto this top 5, and it was a really difficult choice for me to make. Number 1 was very easy. Number 1 was very easy for me. A really easy choice for me to make, and you'll find out what that number 1 is. But yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So, in at number 5, we have Home Alone, starring Macaulay Culkin. And I think that Home Alone is probably going to be, a lot of you out there will probably class this as your number 1, and I can 100% understand why. It is a great film, it is a great Christmas film, it is a John Hughes classic. It has stood the test of time, this one, it really has. It is just as funny now as it was when it was first released, and I remember watching it for the first time, absolutely just literally howling with laughter as I was watching this. And now, watching it with my own children, you know, we sit down and watch a film as a family, and obviously at Christmas time we'll watch Christmas films. I get just as much enjoyment watching my kids literally laugh out loud watching this film as I do actually watching it myself. But yeah, Home Alone makes my number 5 of my top 5 Christmas films. It's just great. It is just a great film.
I'm up here, you morons! Come and get me! You guys give up, or you're thirsty for more?
So, we move on. Number 4 on the list is Elf, starring Will Ferrell. And Elf is, I think it just gets better as the years go on, and I can't explain why. It just gets funnier. It is one of those films that I think you kind of forget sometimes how good of a Christmas film it is until you kind of put it on and watch it. Yeah, we love sitting down and watching Elf as a family, and we laugh as much now as we did when it first came out. It is such a great film. Will Ferrell is excellent in this. James Caan is fantastic as well, and you could kind of see the frustration of James Caan in this film. He was obviously having a real torrid time working with Will Ferrell, and when I say torrid, I mean it in the lightest kind of way. I'm sure, I know he had a good time making this film, but you can just see that what Will Ferrell is doing on screen, he's getting to James Caan, and it absolutely shines here in this film, and the chemistry between the two is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, Elf is an amazing Christmas film.
Okay, people, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., Santa's coming to town.
Santa! Oh my God! Santa here? I know him.
And I'm really grateful that I managed to get hold of this edition as well. This is the limited collector's edition that released last year, and yeah, this is a fantastic box set. It does contain the steelbook that has just been newly released. It was like a reissue, so the steelbook that has just come out is the steelbook that you get in this edition as well. But yeah, Elf is number 4 on my top 5 Christmas films. Okay then, so let's move on to number 3. And number 3 is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, starring Chevy Chase. And again, this is just another classic. This kind of reminds me of when I was a kid, just absolutely loving this film. And Chevy Chase in this, I mean, if you're familiar with the Vacation series anyway, you know, Clark Griswold, the character that Chevy Chase plays, is always trying to do the best that he can. Family to him is number 1 priority, and he does the very best that he can each and every time, but sometimes it just becomes a bit of a calamity, and I think he tries too hard. But there's real heart in this film as a Christmas film, real heart in it. There's heart in Elf as well. In fact, there's heart in Home Alone. I think every Christmas film has got some level of heartfelt emotions in there, but you kind of feel for Clark Griswold in this. It's just, he really tries. He's got all the family together, and he's really trying to make it the perfect Christmas. But it makes for a brilliant Christmas film, and is without a doubt one of my favourites of all time in terms of Christmas films. It's just brilliant, and another one that has just really stood the test of time and has aged really well, and it looks great on 4K as well. So that is my number 3, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. So that brings us on to number 2 on my list of my favourite Christmas films. And I'd like to say it was a little bit difficult picking number 1 and number 2, but mine, as I said earlier on, my number 1 was going to be my number 1 all the time, but this one could have made it as number 1 quite easily, and that is the classic Die Hard. Now, there's a huge debate it in the comments if you want, whether or not Die Hard is a Christmas film. I think it is a Christmas film, and how I would sum it up is, I think it is a Christmas film that can be enjoyed any time of the year.
Come out to the coast, we'll get together, have a few laughs.
But what a great film, a great action film, a great Christmas film, a great Bruce Willis film. And this really set the standard for action films in a way, because a whole host of other films that kind of were based on this followed it. Obviously we had Die Hard 2, which was also set at Christmas. Not quite as good as number 1, but I think Die Hard is one of those all-time classics that really does stand the test of time. It is a great Christmas film, it is a great action film, as I say, and this is a definite watch. At least once, twice a year, and yeah, Die Hard makes my number 2 of my top 5 all-time favourite Christmas films. So, number 1 then, and this one is number 1 for multiple reasons, and the first one being it's my favourite Christmas film of all time. The second reason being I have so many memories of my childhood associated with this film. It brings back so many memories. Honestly, when I watch this, it just fills me with joy. The memories come flooding back, and it just means a lot to me, this film, as a Christmas film. I used to sit down every Christmas with my mum, and we would watch it together. You know, without a doubt, she'd never miss watching this particular film with me over Christmas. And yeah, as I say, associated with so many fabulous, happy memories. And that film is Santa Claus the movie. And when I mention this film to some people, they're like, oh yeah, Santa Claus with Tim Allen. It's like, no, it's not that one. It isn't that one. And the only way I can differentiate between the Tim Allen one and this one is by saying it's the one with Dudley Moore. And people will either go, oh yeah, I know the one, or they'll go, oh, I've never seen it. This, to me, is the greatest Christmas film of all time. And I just think it captures Christmas better than any other film. It captures Santa Claus better than any other film. Dudley Moore is fantastic in this, but I think a mention has to go to John Lithgow, who's in this. The character that he plays, honestly, his performance in this, John Lithgow, is absolutely fantastic.
The people who buy the toy.
Well, nothing. We're going to give them away free. Oh, that's fantastic. How do you turn your face so red so fast?
For free!
The whole cast are brilliant in it. And I can't stress enough how much this film means to me. And that is why this has made my #1 Christmas film of all time. It's just amazing. I love it. And I will be settling down on Christmas Eve and watching this with the family. It is a bit of a Christmas Eve tradition to watch this one. So yeah, that is my #1, Santa Claus the movie. So there we go then, guys. That is my top 5 Christmas films. As I say, it was a really difficult list to come up with. The only one that was kind of relatively easy, I knew what my #1 was going to be, but any that followed after that, it was a really, really difficult choice. A Polar Express is another one that is a family favourite of ours. We absolutely love Polar Express. And as I say, there's just so many. Maybe next year I'll do a top 10 Christmas films, and I'll try and get it to 10 if I can. And there are some in there, as I mentioned earlier on, that aren't necessarily Christmas films, but I associate them with Christmas time. We as a family associate them with Christmas time. But as a top 5 list goes, I'm really happy with these. And as I say, this being my #1, it was a no-brainer as far as I was concerned. It was a very easy decision to make. So that is all for today, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching the video, and leave a comment down below. Let me know your favourite Christmas films. Are there any in my top 5 that would be in your top 5? Are there any here that would be your #1? Leave a comment down below and let me know your thoughts. But I just want to thank you all for the support that I've had. I launched the channel back in May. The support I've had so far has been absolutely exceptional, and I can't thank you enough. And I really do hope that you have a fantastic Christmas. And if you did like the video today, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would consider subscribing to the channel, I would really appreciate it. So I'm going to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And hopefully I will see you again on my next video. Until then, take care.